Hello, I'm Mrs. Love Beetle and welcome to my channel. Our long time viewers will know that we've been doing this project whereby we put lots of sawdust down in our new garden area, and I have finished! Yay! Here is our garden plan. Now obviously we're a wee bit from that. It is I think it's the 15th of October and I'm in Central Otago, and it takes a little bit longer for it to warm up here, so it'll be about the 1st of November that a lot of that's going to go in. I have planted one row of purple beans along here, and in a week's time I'm going to plant some heritage beans. Because I'm really not sure if the asparagus are going to come up, I've taken one of those little garden things, fenced it off inside the larger asparagus plant, and or planter I should say, and grow some rocket while we're waiting. A few little pumpkins that are starting to poke their head up, so I'm super excited by that. And then I just happened to be gifted a butternut pumpkin, so I took the seeds out of that and I've popped them in there, and well, we'll see what we see. The lettuces that I transplanted, it feels like months ago, but they're doing crackingly well. I still don't actually need to pick any of those because I've got heaps and heaps in the glasshouse. And here I've just planted today one row of carrots and one row of radishes, and again in 2 weeks time I'll do another lot and another lot and another lot to try and stagger the plantings. Daikon radishes, which are the first of the little gardens that I planted, well, they're just doing amazingly. They love it in this little container. Rhubarb, proving that it's essentially a weed, it's cracking away. Normally I'd knock these flowers off, but I think this year I might leave it just because it was transplanted quite late in the season. Unknown fruit tree that grew from a seed that I'm just letting do it, because you know my philosophy, if in doubt let it sprout. I threw some pumpkin seeds that I got from work and a pile of food scraps into here, and unfortunately they've started sprouting, so I've just been pulling those out and basically just treating it as green waste, green compost. I was at the warehouse a bit earlier and they had a punnet of 4 broccolis on clearance for $1, and I figured at 25 cents each I'll give it a crack. These are some brassicas, unknown if they're cauliflowers, broccoli or what they are, that were left behind at my batch when my in-laws were staying there, and since they weren't going to do any work good there, I thought I'd just bring them here. The thornless raspberry has just shot away, it's doing amazing things. The lemon tree I transplanted yellowed up a little bit, but it's come away okay. That's a thornless blackberry which I'm going to gift to a friend. Strawberries didn't do super well over winter. That is honeysuckle, which I know a lot of people don't approve of, but I think it looks pretty. Choco's sort of hanging out here waiting for me to get around to buying a portable, smaller, cheaper greenhouse. Husband has decided that he doesn't particularly want Chocos growing in the big greenhouse because of the potential damage they can do to it, which I suppose is fair enough, but it's a bit sad. Because my spring onions were not actually growing or producing, I resorted to buying some from the supermarket, but once I chopped off all the bits I wanted to eat, I planted the ends in here, and as you can see they're coming away, so I guess it's just, adding to my amount. We do go through a lot of spring onions. We eat salad almost every day, and I love spring onions in it. And here are our red and white onions, still not big enough to take these off, to just need these here to protect the babies from the cats. I see there's a few wild baby lettuces coming up in here. I'll probably start pulling them out when they get to about fist size. They're quite delicious. Garlic's looking amazing. And here we are in my pride and joy, my greenhouse. So it's produced so much food, it's salad like you wouldn't believe. Cauliflowers starting to come away now, everything's got a little head on it. And my local supermarket, they're $10 a pop, so I'm rich. What do we got there? That's a miniature bok choy, not quite sure how it ended up over there. Got some seedlings. The spinach has been just an absolute blessing. So much salad off of that, including these lettuces. I just cut off whatever pieces I want each time. Carrots haven't really done super well as far as having growth, but they're still nice in a salad. These are seedlings waiting for the 1st of November to go out. 3 more kohlrabis in here, which are almost ready to harvest, but I harvest them anyway, even if they're not, because I actually quite like things to be a little bit on the small side. Over the back there, we've got 1 and a bit silver beet. They also came from my batch, were left behind when the in-laws were in there staying for a wee while. Latest project completed, so we're now collecting water off of the roof when it rains, and then I can take it out of the bottom. To be honest, and I did rather suspect it was going to happen this way, it hasn't rained at all since we did this. And finally, we're just starting to get a few buddlings on the grape, so fingers crossed for a good year this year. We gave it quite the haircut. It's had some problems for a couple of years in a row. I believe in it. I believe in it. Okay, that's enough from me. As always, enjoy your weekend, and if in doubt, let it sprout.